So you're gonna go to Horror Hound, right? So you're gonna for the Horror Hound, and a lot of people like dress up there and stuff like that. And of course they have like celebrities and everything like that. Do you have like a favorite how about this to you? Do you have like a favorite like costume? I mean, let's talk about childhood all the way up to adulthood. Like costumes you like people like you like dressing up as?
Nobody really in particular.
Uh huh.
I really can't think of anything. I would say that I did see a real cool costume. Should have got it for my daughter, right?
Yeah.
It was when she was little.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a turtle, right?
Uh huh.
So when you look down, it's a little kid outfit. So when you look down, it's like a turtle. You see the shell, but as a kid is crawling. It doesn't work if they're walking, but kids crawling and it's a turtle shell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they're walking like a turtle. When you look down, it looks like a turtle walking. You know, like I thought that was an ingenious costume. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really wear that now. Can't even give it to them now. They're 6. Kind of missed my chance for that because they're walking upright. But just anything comfortable, you know? Like, I guess I would always go out, like, say, as a football player or something cool to me for Halloween.
Well, the thing was, though, they have sometimes I entered this one time. They had a costume contest. They have it every year. They're a whorehound, but of course I didn't win. I mean, all I had on was a ghost face mask, and stuff and pants on. That's all I had. So I'm not going to win because obviously these people. There was a guy there. You should see some of his costumes. A whorehound. This guy had. I think he was like top 5. He was dressed up as Batman. Oh my god! It was the coolest thing. I mean, it was the coolest thing you ever saw. I mean, it was a great Batman suit. I mean, we used to see some of these costumes on that people have when they go there. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a big thing for them. You know, they put like a lot of time into it. So, yeah, I hope they do win. You know, if it's that big of a deal to them, good for them.
I saw this. There was one guy who played. He dressed up as Freddy Krueger and stuff. It was very realistic looking. So yeah, I love costumes.
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of inquiring about like Horror Fest. I saw videos of it, like clips of it,
A whorehound
on like the site, and it looked pretty cool. Like the costumes look cool. Look like people really into it. Yeah, it might be something I would check out. It's a good time.
Yeah, it was cool. But you should definitely check it out. So what was your? Did you like so costume wise? What was some of them? So you never really had anything memorable costumes extremely, right? I mean,
no, it wasn't something I really put like a lot of time into.
You just threw something on when trick or treat when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, really. I mean, again, sometimes it's cold where I live on Halloween, so you have to wear like a jacket over your costume anyway. Which kind of takes away like how cool the costume is.
Yeah.
When your mom makes you wear 3 sweaters with hoods. So.
Oh, did your mom do that to you when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to get cold there. Well, you grew up in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I mean,
it's not always cold there, but sometimes it's too cold just to wear like a regular costume.
Well, yeah. We're next to each other. Ohio and Pennsylvania are next to each other, so I don't think probably the weather's kind of similar.
It's almost identical to Cincinnati. Yeah.
So but yeah, I mean, it would get kind of cold, in October and stuff like that. When I remember one time I dressed up as a Ninja Turtle. I dressed up as Freddy Krueger once, I think, and I dressed up as, what else did I dress up as? Batman, I think I dressed up as Batman one time when I was a kid too. But I mean, I really don't dress up extremely amount since for Horror Hound or anything like that. Usually I just go there, I'll put a mask on for Horror Hound, or I'll go, just be dressed regularly and just get autographs. I mean, I'm not the most dressed up person in the world.
I think it's more important to be comfortable, especially if you're walking around so much. You're walking like block after block. I mean, we used to get like 3 pillowcases full of candy. That's how long we'd be out for. That's how many houses we'd hit. Doesn't make sense for you to have like a plastic mask on. You can't even breathe, and like the string stuck to your head when you're like a little kid. Yeah, you definitely want to be more comfortable.
Anyway, well, the thing was, though, I was wondering, when you were when we dress up, what's my little thing as an adult though? You got any like costumes that you ever actually did dress up as or anything like that?
It was a ghost monster like Pac-Man.
Well, you were taking the kids out trick or treating, or you just went to a costume party? You just went to a costume party or something?
No, I think it was for school, and then it was around the neighborhood. Yeah, it was a foam Pac-Man, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. That kind of we went all out. That was cool. My brother and sister were dressed like Pac-Man. I was the ghost monster. hockey player a lot. Used like my hockey gear, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else? I think one year I went as like a runner because a runner that's all they have is what they pair of shorts, running shoes, and like a number. I think it was like number 205. So yeah, I was at a party. I think there was like 1,000 people there, so it was going to be scorching hot. So I thought that was a kind of an ingenious
Mm-hmm.
costume. I was the only one that was cool there. Everybody else was like melting.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So like, is there like a horror movie you saw that really scared you when you were growing up?
I thought Children of the Corn was kind of scary.
That had Linda Hamilton in it, right, from the Terminator.
Yeah, exactly. I think she was shredded in that. Maybe not as much as Terminator. But yeah, I believe she was in that.
I think that was even before the original.
Poltergeist was scary. I mean, I was a super little kid when I saw it.
I saw
it years after it came out, but
I saw a documentary on that. I think that movie and the Terminator. I saw a documentary on that on the Terminator, and I think she had like done Children of the Corn. They said that she did Children of the Corn first. So, but that's like the first Terminator. The second Terminator is when she was like really buff, but
yeah.
But she like, of course, she hadn't been a whole lot. I remember when I was like a teenager. She was in when I was a teenager, she was in Dante's Peak. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it a volcano film?
Pierce Brosnan. She's in that, but I didn't see her in a whole lot of things outside of that.
Also, Sixth Sense for a PG movie, I thought it was pretty scary. I mean, I was older when I saw that. I wasn't like a little kid, but
it came out in 1999.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot scarier than you would think a PG-13 film. Again, that just goes to show it doesn't have to be gory and violent.
Yeah.
To kind of make you scared.
So that came out in 1999. It was getting ready. The 2000s was getting ready to come in when that came out. It came out in 1999. Sixth Sense did. So
a little bit of scared of Jaws when I was a kid.
Something. The thing was, my mom told me that movie scared her too when she was a kid. Yeah, not when she was a kid. She was a teenager, but like it freaked her out when she first saw it. Jaws.
I think a lot of people didn't go in the water for a long time after that.
Well, yeah, when she was like I think she saw it when she was like 18 or 20, and it freaked her out or something like that. So, but yeah, but the thing was though, Jaws was one of those movies. They're talking, of course, that's PG now, but of course they're talking nowadays that wouldn't get PG anymore because there were like 4 ratings back then: G, PG, R, and X. Then I guess they said they did PG-13 in the 80s. They brought that up, created that. But Jaws wouldn't get PG now. I mean, you watch that movie.
It would get PG.
It wouldn't get PG. Probably PG-13 or R, maybe. I don't know.
I saw a very good documentary about that, the behind the scenes on that, how it ended up being a lot more scary and suspenseful. Is because I think there was a problem with the actual shark itself.
Yeah, they couldn't show it.
Yeah, because it malfunctioned a lot. So it was more. They made it more suspenseful, and then they really had to amp up the music. So, I don't think you saw it to the very end.
Yeah, it's on toward the climax of the movie.
And I think there might have been maybe the crew had food poisoning or something. Everything went wrong in that, but it still came out amazing.
Well, it's kind of like Halloween. You watch Halloween or something. You've seen the first Halloween, haven't you?
Yeah, it was scary, but for some reason, the slasher films don't scare me as much.
But you saw the
psychological.
You saw the original, where Jamie Lee Curtis and her friends are babysitting and stuff. Yeah. Well, they were talking about that was kind of like Jaws. I mean, you didn't see him towards the end of the movie because he was always shown from a shoulder or like from the back or from a distance. You never saw him toward the end like Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, anytime they talk about a escaped mental patient, right from the start, it's scary whether you see him or not. Just knowing that he's out there and something's gonna happen. Yeah, kind of gets your heart to beat a little faster. And again, I saw that when I was a little too.